Hey guys, what's going on? This is Otis here, and DICE is actually going to be patching Battlefield 3, or at least a server-side patch, and so I don't think you have to download anything. And so basically what they're changing is they're changing 5 things with the AC-130, or based on it. They're buffing it basically for Conquest, and they're making it a little bit weaker for Rush mode, which all the changes, I agree with it. I mean, most people probably would agree with it. And so the first thing they're doing is the stationary and mobile AA cannon damage has been reduced by 30% against the gunship. And so this is really going to end up helping the gunship because you could basically spawn in the mobile AA, sit where you were in the spawn, and if the enemy team happened to capture the AC-130 flag, you could basically destroy it in about 10-15 seconds. And so now what that's going to happen at least is the guy who's in the AC-130, if he's able to shoot the cannon well, he will be able to destroy the mobile AA before significant damage is done to the AC-130. And so I definitely agree with that. One of the bigger changes, I would say, personally at least, is the jet cannon damage has been reduced by 50%. In Conquest at least, it's been reduced. And so basically what was ended up happening is you've got a good jet pilot, he can make one strafing run and end up taking the AC-130 out in one single strafe. And so what they wanted to do is they want pilots who have to have more skill, at least be able to take out the AC-130 quickly at least. And so that's going to be pretty interesting. I've been finding the playing a little bit more. So I definitely agree with that. You can hit the rockets on it still, which do significant damage to it. And so that'll be interesting to see if people are going to be changing towards that, or maybe using heat seekers more. But time will tell at least. And so those are the 2 Conquest changes. The Rush changes they ended up having is right when you ended up destroying the first, or not at first base, but a base in Rush mode, and you end up moving forward, the AC-130 would move forward in 15 seconds. And so what was ended up happening was you could time your parachute drop out and land on the new set of MCOMs before the defenders could actually get to it. So that was definitely highly unbalanced. And so basically what they've done now is they've changed it from 15 seconds moving up, and moves up in 30 seconds. And so that's going to help the defenders set up and get ready for when the AC-130 and all the other vehicles start rolling in. And so that will help the defenders, I think, tremendously. And the next change they ended up doing to the gunship was they delayed the increase of the initial spawn of it. And so initially it would take 90 seconds for the gunship to spawn in a rush mode. Now they've backed that up to 120 seconds, so you have to wait 2 minutes until the AC-130 ends up actually spawning. And so basically what was happening is the games were going too fast, DICE thinks, and so they ended up decreasing that time. That I could definitely see, because if a team's starting to have some trouble attacking, they're going to be able to get that AC-130 in 2 minutes at least if they're having enough trouble. And it might keep people from, who were just trying to wait for the AC-130 to spawn. Maybe they're going to jump into a vehicle now, or actually try to attack the MCOMs instead of trying to spawn in the AC-130. The last thing they ended up having with the AC-130 is the initial delay between the gunship spawns and rush modes have been increased from 15 to 60 seconds, because before this update, the gunners could find the enemy before the round and instant kill them when their pre-round timer ran out. And so now it will take a full minute before the gunship will spawn, giving the defenders ample time to prepare. So that's definitely going to help everyone out there. The other 3 updates that DICE is changing is they're fixing a bug when a new squad leader wasn't chosen, when the new squad leader either left or turned their system off. And that was kind of annoying, because you basically had to go into a new squad if you wanted a squad leader, and so that won't be an issue now. And hopefully this actually works this time, but they've fixed the MK1A3 from the Fletcher rounds instead of using the Fagger rounds in Gunmaster. And so I know a lot of people were saying that we'll be it'll be pretty interesting. They should have fixed that before. I think they personally should have kept frag rounds in, but it's more of, I'm probably like the one person who wants the frag rounds in there. They've also fixed a bug on Squad Rush on Sharkey Peninsula where the user, after the first MCOM was destroyed, if you were attacking, you could spawn right away. And what ended up happening is you'd spawn near the defenders and you'd be out of balance and you'd basically die. And so that was kind of just more of an annoying bug, at least. And so these are the changes that they're doing tomorrow, September 20th. So hopefully I can't wait to see this with the AC-130, at least with what the changes are. But hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.